According to a MarketWatch report, about 49% of Americans are concerned, anxious, or fearful about their current financial well-being. For a money coach like me, that's alarming. The reality is that everyone can have peace in their finances, and that's where financial wellness comes into play. Financial wellness is caring for the well-being of your personal finances, and it all starts with knowing what to prioritize. In this episode, I'm sharing how you can complete your own financial wellness check by making sure you have 10 specific things in place. Let's dive in. Now, before I share the 10 things to have in place to complete your financial wellness check, I want you to mentally prepare yourself and commit to putting these things in place if you don't already have them. When you make the decision to commit to your financial wellness, you have to mentally prepare for the work that lies ahead. Just like learning any type of new skill, positive changes won't happen overnight. There will be weeks and months of seeing little progress, but you have to be willing to keep fighting through. If you're ready to improve your financial wellness, get tough mentally and commit to it. All right, first thing to have in place, first financial wellness check, know your situation. If you don't know where you are, you don't know the best way to move forward. This applies to your finances as well as life. You need to understand where you currently stand with your money. Are you in debt? If so, by how much? Do you have any assets or savings? What is your net worth? These are just some of the questions you'll want to ask yourself to assess your situation and get to know exactly where you are. The goal is to get a clear picture of what your overall financial situation looks like at this time. So the questions you want to make sure you have the answers to are: how much debt do I have, if any? What types of debt they are? How much my assets are worth, and assets are bank accounts, savings accounts, retirement accounts, investment accounts, and what is your net worth? So if you take the total value of your debts and subtract them from the total value of your assets, you will get your net worth. It could be negative, it could be positive, but we need to have that information. Once you know and have an idea of your situation, you can move forward accordingly. So the next thing to have in place as you're completing your financial wellness check is to determine your financial priorities. When you know where you currently stand, you have a better idea of what you need to focus on. Now, there are certain things that everyone should be putting their money towards. Things like paying off debt, saving for emergencies, ensuring that your kids' college education is being saved for. Think about the most important things that need to get accomplished first for you, for your situation. Those are your priorities, okay? So just to give you some ideas, good go-tos are paying off debt and having an emergency fund. We all should start there. If you don't know where to start, start there. You can also check out episode 80, 8 things everyone should be saving for some more examples of things that you should or could be prioritizing with your money. Number 3 on your financial wellness check, a budget that prioritizes your priorities. You know your situation, you know where you currently stand, you know what you need to prioritize next, and now that you know that information, you can create a budget plan that helps you take care of those priorities. This is a crucial part of your financial wellness check. A budget is a necessity for anyone who wants to successfully manage their money. However, a budget that factors in your priorities is a true game changer. So first and foremost, when you're creating your budget, make sure that your income is allocated to your necessary bills and expenses. From there, take what you have left, so the income that's left after money is allocated to bills and expenses, and allocate that money to your goals and priorities. And then leave yourself a little to enjoy life with. It may not be much, depending on what the numbers show you, but make sure you have a little bit in there to enjoy your life with. Now, I know that I explained it in very simple terms, and sometimes it's easier said than done. If you need help with this, I create budget plans for clients. So you can visit citygirlsavings.com/start-your-budget for more. I'll also link to it in the show notes in case you want me to create a budget plan for you. Okay, moving on to number 4 in your financial wellness check. Identify where you can cut back and identify how you can make more. So when it comes to improving your financial situation, it all boils down to spending less and making more. Because of this, it's important to know ahead of time how you can manage to do either one of those things. So as you are creating or reviewing your budget, be realistic about what areas can be cut back or cut out temporarily. Remember, it's temporary, okay? Reducing your spending, cutting back areas that are non-essential is just a temporary option until you get where you want to go in your finances. Now, at some point, there's going to come a time where the only solution is to make more money. You can only cut back your expenses and spending so much before you reach the end of that limit. At that point, it's time to figure out how you can make more. So getting creative and not being afraid to hustle means you can always make more money. Think about things you can start doing to bring in more money as soon as possible, because this will help you reach your goals faster and will get you closer to understanding your financial wellness and identifying what you need to do next. So up until this point in your financial wellness check, we have made sure that you know how to identify your situation, how to determine your priorities, getting a budget in place that prioritizes those priorities, and getting clear on where you can spend less and make more. So now let's transition to the part of the financial wellness check that focuses on foundational pieces in your financial situation. So the next one is retirement. Are you saving for retirement? This is an important part of financial wellness because saving for retirement now means you have money in the future. One of the best things that you can do for yourself right now and for your future self is start saving for retirement. There is literally no better return on your investment than saving for retirement as early as possible. And when I say saving for retirement, I mean contributing to a retirement plan, and that money that you're contributing is invested. And when you retire, that money then becomes yours, less taxes. Thanks to compounding interest, your money grows substantially over time. And as your money grows on top of itself, it continues to compound. So that's why the earlier you start investing and putting money towards a retirement plan, the more you're going to have, the longer you give yourself for your money to grow come retirement time. So if you want to pass your financial wellness check, make sure you're saving for retirement right now. First, start with your employer. Does your employer offer a 401k, 403b, any type of retirement plan? If so, contribute to it. Next, make sure you understand what they match. Most employers will match your contribution up to a certain percentage. So know what they match and take advantage. Contribute to your retirement plan at least up until the match. Now, if your employer does not offer a 401k or retirement plan, seek out an IRA. You don't need an employer to go to Fidelity, Vanguard, Betterment, Public, and open an IRA. So you can be saving for retirement whether your employer offers a retirement plan or not. Next part of your financial wellness check, know where to find and how to look at your credit reports. Knowing what your credit history shows is an important part of financial wellness. And not only that, identity theft is real and happens all the time. If you aren't keeping an eye out on your credit reports, people could be using your information to obtain credit. And that could be the result of terrible credit scores. Now, everyone, all of us, we get one free credit report pull from each of the 3 credit bureaus every year. And you absolutely want to take advantage of this. Visit annualcreditreport.com to pull your reports. Then set an annual reminder to pull them every year. I do this myself. I do this with my clients. Pull your credit reports. This is more than just looking at your credit score. Okay, your credit score is a calculation or an indication of what's on your credit report. Your credit report is actually going to list out all of your credit accounts and history, all of your associated addresses and phone numbers, any collection accounts, bankruptcies, judgments, liens, all of that will be on your credit report. So we want to take it a step further, not just know your credit score, but actually look at your credit report. So again, visit annualcreditreport.com and pull your credit reports and set a reminder to do this every single year. Next part of your financial wellness check, have a system for tracking your progress. There is more to budgeting and money management than doing the same thing over and over. You want to make sure you are actually improving month over month. And the only way you'll be able to see this is if you track your progress. So keep records of your spending, your account balances, and your debt payments. And every month, do a quick glance to make sure you are making progress. Tracking your net worth can be a great way to see your growth month over month. And that means that you are tracking every month the total value of all your assets. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but the total value of all your assets and the total value of all your liabilities and debts. And you subtract your liability and debt balance from your total asset balance, and that is your net worth. So every month you are tracking changes to your net worth. Obviously, we want to see that number improve, even if it's on a small scale, even if it's $1, $5, $10. Slow progress is better than no progress at all. But if we aren't tracking our progress, we don't really know if we're actually making it. Okay, moving on through your financial wellness check. Next up, have a means to learn more about finance. You should always want to improve your financial well-being. And to do that, you should be willing to learn new things, especially about personal finance. There are so many books, blogs, magazines, and audiobooks out there that can teach you things you didn't know about money. More importantly, they can teach you things that you didn't know but never quite understood how to implement. So actually, maybe you did know a few of these things, or you've heard a few of these terms, but you don't know what they mean. Learning about those things can help you understand how to implement them. So being open to knowledge and seeking it out can yield tremendous results over time. Now, you can also work with a money coach like me. You can take a course, virtual or in person, or you can find financial accountability partners to help you continuously think and learn about money. So an important part of your financial wellness check is making sure you have a means to learn more about finance, to consume more personal finance content, and make sure it is always top of mind. Next step on your financial wellness check, always setting short and long-term goals. So while life isn't always about leveling up, it's not just about leveling up and improving and growing. It's a big part of it, but it's not always about it. There is something to be said about setting goals and achieving them. When you have something to work towards, you make the right decisions to help you get closer to what you're working for. So setting short and long-term financial goals can improve your financial wellness because it gives you something to work towards. It gives you a goal line to hit, a milestone to reach that will improve your financial situation. And in addition to having something to focus on, having goals keeps you motivated. You want to reach the goal, hopefully, and therefore you're more likely to say no to things that will slow your progress or keep you away from achieving that goal. For your money goals and situation, setting these financial milestones, both short and long term, is vital for your financial health. So a key part of your financial wellness check is making sure that you always set short and long term goals. Once you achieve a goal, you work on the next one, you set the next one. So this is a never-ending process. And then finally, number 10 of your financial wellness check, make it a point to stay consistent. Rounding out the financial wellness check is building the habit of consistency. Financial freedom, financial security, a life of your dreams is not an overnight journey. And as I mentioned earlier, you may not see the results right away, but don't let that stop you. Stay consistent with your efforts and you will see the fruits of your labor. Always remind yourself that consistency beats just about anything else when it comes to your money habits and behaviors. So as you wrap up your financial wellness check, make it a point to stay consistent with everything we've talked through, everything that you're working towards with your money. Do not give up. Even if things seem tough, power through. Consistency is everything. Now, your financial well-being is something you can constantly work on and improve, and thank goodness for that. Do the right things with your money, and the right things will happen in your life. You got this.